Picture this: Keith Ferrazzi in the middle of a packed New York cafe leans in and says, "You can't be your own superhero." It's not about lone genius or grinding solo. Success comes from who's got your back. But here's the kicker: how do you build that trusted inner circle? Who deserves a spot? And maybe, just maybe, the people you think are your team are actually holding you back. Keith drops a bomb: your solo hustle isn't cutting it. Let's explore why deep, trusted connections are the secret sauce behind every high achiever's success. In college, Keith realized PhD candidates didn't do it alone. They had advisory boards guiding every step. He modeled this for his own career. Ferrazzi's breakthrough: curating a small, fierce group he called his lifeline, people who challenged him, held him accountable, and championed his growth. This wasn't networking fluff, it was survival. Think of lifeline relationships like skilled sparring partners in a boxing ring. They don't just cheer, they jab, poke, and keep you sharp. Yes, men, they're the crowd shouting but never throwing punches. Sparring forces you to refine your moves, avoid blind spots, and find your knockout strategy. Without this, you're shadowboxing your own ego. When you replace surface-level contacts with real lifelines, something shifts. You become sharper, fearless in decision-making, and more resilient. One client went from constant burnout to doubling her output just by leaning on her small circle for honest feedback. It's proof being alone is a trap. Thriving happens in trusted company. Most of us sabotage ourselves without even noticing it. Ferrazzi calls it out and offers a way to pin down those deadly habits, then dismantle them with lifeline accountability. Keith breaks down habits into a simple loop: cue, routine, reward. You want that caffeine hit: cue, so you binge check emails; routine, and feel temporarily productive; reward. But this cycle steals your best energy and focus. Identifying the cue is like spotting a crack before the dam breaks, vital for change. Here's where lifeline partners come in as habit hackers. They don't just nudge, they observe your patterns, call you out with brutal honesty, and celebrate your wins. Like a personal trainer shouting one more rep, they keep you accountable to breaking free from destructive routines you'd never recognize alone. Clients who once wallowed in procrastination or negative self-talk now break free after enlisting lifeline support. One executive cut her email time by half, freeing hours every day. The payoff: clarity, control, and a momentum that builds faster than you can imagine. Habits don't have to own you. Forget boring checklists. Ferrazzi flips goal setting into a strategic game fueled by your lifeline, making your ambitions impossible to sidestep. Keith pushes beyond vague ambitions. Instead, he crafts goals with emotional pull: clear, urgent, and personal. Think of a marathoner who imagines touching the finish line's tape versus just running more. That emotional magnetism makes you jump out of bed and chase your goals relentlessly. Sparring over goals means your lifeline members don't just nod, they question your why, your plan, and your commitment. Like a drill sergeant interrogating a mission, this sharpens your focus, cuts fluff, and builds a battle-tested strategy. Suddenly, your goals aren't just ideas, they're missions you can't forget. One CEO credited his 3x revenue growth to the relentless accountability and sparring from his inner circle. The payoff: momentum so strong it crushes distractions and rewires your brain for success. That's the power of goals shaped and sharpened in trusted company. Remember that New York cafe, Keith breaking the myth of going it alone? Now you see it clear: success isn't solo, it's crafted by the people who hold up your dreams when you're about to fall. So here's your move: pick one person you trust, be brutally honest about a goal or habit, and let them hold you accountable. Lifelines aren't optional, they're survival. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.